Hello, and welcome to the ENG Youth Netball Premier League review show, where we'll be doing the draw a little bit later, which I believe, Richard, everybody's waiting in the background. But we're going to talk about Sutton Town's defeat to Shan. Will it be a Magic Stars Ryland for the grand finals? The under-14 South, who's going to be playing in the championships? And also a big week for the under-12s North. Who, as you put, who will slip up for the race for the top? Wow, what a week we've got, what a week we had. But it's draw time first, mate.
Well, I've got to first say, when you think back to the back end of January, so when we did the Midlands under 10s, under 12s,
yeah,
and then kind of that period between now and obviously March, the second and third, it's just been a mental 6 weeks. Like the amount of events, the amount of travelling has been unbelievable, and we're finally kind of sorted all the under 10s and under 12s teams for our Netball Cup. The under 12s event in particular is kind of the what do you call it? It's the starter. That's it. Before the main course, because a majority of these teams are going to be involved in our Youth Netball Premier League Grand Finals or our Championship Finals. So it's going to be a great insight into how that may play out, because the under 12s Netball Cup last season was the exact same reflection in the nationals of our Youth Netball Premier League Grand Finals. But at the weekend was an interesting one. You weren't there, obviously, because you were doing the live streaming for the under 13s Southern Conference. But we had two teams one team was above the relegation zone in the under 12s league in the south. One team's in the relegation zone, but they ended up becoming in the top two in front of a team that's fifth and fourth in the table.
How ironic.
So I wouldn't say it's a regular thing, but it's more likely that we have these kind of situations where teams who on paper aren't meant to win, but they end up winning games. So this is why this competition is quite unique, because most teams are good enough to win these things. It's just consistency. And I said that on Saturday as well. I said, you just realised today, the reflection on you is basically a reflection on the consistency levels you have when you play the game. It's not a reflection of,
isn't it? Because in the YNPL they have 40 minutes of play, yet in these only have 10 minutes of play.
Yeah,
so,
and if you've got teams in relegation zones managing to win competitions against teams that are in the top four, then again, what you're seeing is it's not an ability problem. It's a consistency problem.
Yeah.
So that is a difference between when you have these high level players in one league, the difference always will be consistency. We've seen it so many years. How many times have we sat there in the live stream and gone, "Wow, is there going to be an upset today?" And then it fizzles out as the game goes on.
Yeah. Because they take the lead, and then gradually, they creep back.
Yeah, the performance levels start to wane a little bit,
and then the fourth quarter doesn't give it justice to the game that we've just seen, because they just run away with it. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So tonight we're doing the under 12s Netball Cup draw. Looking forward to this one. We've got a brand new format for this one as well. We have 16 teams competing. The format is probably better than a 15 team tournament. It's less complicated. That's why I think it's better. There's going to be more game time for every team compared to a 15 team tournament. Quite straightforward, quite easy to follow, unlike the 15 team tournament, and should be a really good day. Some top quality teams in this one, and regardless of where teams go, it's going to be a tough ask for every team to kind of come out the champs. So, but I've got my own personal prediction, and I'll get into that before the live draw. I've got a feeling. I wouldn't say it's because I think they're going to win. I've got a feeling they're going to win, and I don't know where it's coming from. But I'll let everyone know before the start of the draw. But before we start the draw, we do have some special guests. So we have. Did we get the term for the players tool, Martin?
No. Oh, hang on. Yes, we've got Lucy in the background, so I believe that's the term for side, isn't it?
Let's have a quick look.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll bring them all in.
Yeah, bring them all in. They can introduce themselves, can't they?
Yeah, all right. I'll tell you what. Introduce yourself, Meg.
So,
Meg, what team do you play for?
Rivington.
So Rivington, Rivington, you come runners up in the north, but you did beat Oldham in the group stages. So how much confidence do you have now that you can replicate that, not just in the Netball Cup, but in the league as well?
I think if we try and pick up on the things that we did on the first time we played Oldham, and the differences we did on the first time we played Oldham and then the second time, we could try and do those more, if that makes any sense.
So would you be happy if Oldham was in your group in this Netball Cup competition? Would you be cheering, or would you be like, no, I'd rather not play them in the groups?
I wouldn't really mind, to be honest.
There you go. Was it? But we have tasked these girls with basically writing down the best case scenario or the worst case scenario. So we're going to find out what they've come up with. So who's next, Martin?
Well, you got Georgia.
So Georgia at Rivington. The same question to you, Georgia. How do you go into this competition a lot more confident knowing you beat one of the best teams in the country?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like they did beat us in the final, but I feel like there were definitely reasons for that. So I feel like we can do it again if we can work on what we need to, set plays, etc.
Georgia, was it the umpire's fault?
No.
Never stayed out on tape.
I was about to say the umpires are actually watching as we speak. So, you know what I mean? So again, we're going to move into the Netball Cup draw. Have you written, both of you two, have you written down your best case and worst case scenarios?
I've got a bit of the worst, but not really much for that.
Well, you've still got a couple of minutes, so we're going to bring other girls in to have a quick chat. But get it down. Make sure you write down your best case scenario and your worst case scenario for the Netball Cup draw. Who's next, Martin? That is Georgia from Rivington. Yeah, Izzy, Sammy, and Mia. Paul Netball Club. So Paul Netball Club, they come third place in the Southern Finals on Saturday. You were flying up until the semi-finals. What happened in the semi-finals, girls? Was it the umpire's fault?
No.
What happened in the semi-finals, girls?
Well, yeah, against Aces, we had a good lead to start with, and then, well, something happened, and then they caught back up again, and then obviously it went to 2 minutes added time.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and I think, yeah, it was their centre first, and they obviously got the first goal, and then I think they just won it from there, I think.
I can imagine that 2 minute overtime bit. I'd hate that. I remember when I played my football tournaments, when you went into extra time, if it isn't hard enough trying to put all that energy and effort into 10 minutes, the extra 2 minutes just makes you even more scared and more nervous and more anxious, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. But you did beat Turnford in the third and fourth playoff, so I can imagine you were happy with that.
Yeah, that was a good result for us.
Is the rivalry still alive and kicking, girls? Because Martin seems to think it's over. But is Paul Turnford still alive and kicking?
Everyone always says it is like a rivalry, but like sometimes on the court you want to play your A game, but then off the court, like at other like matches and stuff, you just like all the teams just come together and you're all like friends at the end of it, and you're all saying, "Oh, well done, you played really well in that match," or "You did this really well." So it's not obviously rivalries off the court, but when it's on the court, everyone just wants to bring their A game and like do really well and like beat that team, so you can say you've done it, and then when it happens again, you try and do it again, and it just ends up going on and on.
What you're saying is the rivalry's still on, Martin. Get in there. Well, Paul, have you wrote down your best case and worst case scenario?
Yeah.
Perfect. Right. Have we got one more, Martin?
We have indeed. There we go. We've got Lucy.
Lucy.
Hi.
Put your
Rivington.
Put your camera a little bit up.
So we got another Rivington. Turnford are doing the VIP thing, aren't they, Martin? They're coming in at the very end. Lucy, I don't know if you got the message, but we're getting players to write down their worst case and best case scenario for the live draw. Have you, have you done that?
Not yet, but I'll do it in a minute.
There's
Yeah,
a list
yeah,
of
so-
names and pots so that you can write them down. Have you got
So
yourself-
basically, you cannot play anyone in your pot, but we want you to write down if there is something called a netball god, and he was to deliver the best group for you to progress to the knockouts, you got to write that down. But if you've upset him,
Okay.
the worst case scenario.
All right.
So it's Paul girls, are you ready to give us your best case scenario?
Yeah.
Okay, right. This is the bit where we bring thoughts to reality. So what is your ideal draw, Paul?
Hang on, Rich.
Yeah, you go first.
People who are watching, let us know in the comments. You could be part of this too. Let us know what you think will be the pot of death and the pot of success. There we go.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, come on, get into the comments, netballers. We when we do this with the footballers, they go off their rocker. So netballers, let's get into the chat. Start talking. What is your best case scenario? Your worst case scenario for the Netball Cup draw? So Paul girls, what would be your ideal group?
We said that we'd like to have Hertford Hornets, Aces, and Hatfield because we beat all those teams before, and I think it would just be good to have a challenge against them, like to see.
Okay, so brilliant. So Hatfield, Paul, Aces, and Hearts Hornets.
Yeah.
There you go. So what is your worst case scenario?
Okay. So I think first place team would be Oldham. Second place we think Stars, and then fourth place team Saddleworth.
Yes, that would be horrible. I'm not going to lie. If that comes out, absolutely horrendous. You're going to have to train. You have to quit school and just train for the next few weeks. Okay.
Your best place, Hatfield, it was Hornets, and who was the other one? Aces, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so Meg from Rivington, have you come up with your list of what you want and what you don't want?
Kind of.
Go on, hit. What one do you want to go for first? Your favorite group or your worst group?
I'll do. I don't
Do
know.
your best first. The best possible scenario.
I'd say I don't really know a lot of these teams.
Doesn't want to manifest it, Martin. Anyone else want to have a go before Meg tells us hers?
Stop.
Is it? I can't see that. Is it Imogen or Georgia? Georgia, have you done yours?
Not yet. I have got a couple for worst.
Right, go and give us your worst group you think if you get drawn out.
I'd probably say that we want to avoid Oldham as much as we can in the group stages.
I bet Oldham's going, yes. Everybody's scared of us. Go on.
We want to avoid them as much as we can in the group stages, and then really go at them if we get to semi-finals, finals, etc. And then I feel like a lot of anyone from like the south.
So you wouldn't want Oldham in pot one. That's your first one.
And then I'm not sure. For some of them, it'll be like people that we've not really played. So like, because we don't really know how they play. Whereas
whoa. You're playing the YNPL, don't you?
Huh?
You're playing the YNPL?
Yeah.
You've registered play. You have access to see how these teams play.
There you go.
There is no way you can get away with saying something like that. Not with us.
Yeah.
You have access to all the age groups, all the teams.
So, Georgia, pot one, you don't want to play Oldham. Pot two, who do you not want to play the most?
I don't know. I don't really know a lot of them.
I would suggest probably Leeds, isn't it?
I was going to say Leeds.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And if you were to pick a team from pot four that you don't want to play, who do you think that would be?
Probably Turnford.
Yeah, Turnford is what a scary name. When you say the word Turnford, you're like, whoa, that's going to be a tough game. Okay, what would be your best case scenario? Would it be pot one? Who would you like to play the most?
I'm not sure.
Just pick any. Just pick any.
I'll say Hatfield then. I don't know.
Hatfield, brilliant. And then pot three. Who'd you like to play the most? Would it be Paul?
I don't know. I don't think we've ever played them, so I don't know.
Just give us one. Go on, give us one.
Somebody's whispering.
We'll go with. I don't know.
But when you know, let us know. Don't mind.
Well, I would say look at the pot and then just say what name would you love to play against, as in you would think would be easier than the rest. Straight off the top of your head, just look at it and just choose a name.
Hucklecoat.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. And then pot four. Oh, have you said that one already?
I'd probably like to play Saddleworth because we know them, so it'd be.
There you go.
So
that's
that's what you mean. We can beat them. We beat them before, so we'll choose Saddleworth. Right.
Yeah. Well decoded, Martin. Now, Lucy, have you done it? Have you done yours?
I've got a few. So for my best case, I'll probably pick Saddleworth because we have beaten them a few times. And then I wasn't able to think of any others because I can't really see the names on my screen of any other teams. And then for my worst case, it would probably be Oldham and Leeds because we have played a few times. We have won against them, but we've also lost against them. So I guess it could go really either way.
Well, there is a possibility you could have Oldham, Rivington, Leeds, and Saddleworth all in one group. That would be one hell of a group, wouldn't it, Martin? They're going to be demanding. They stay in the north. Can we just play this in the north, please, and pop on down when it's time to do the knockouts? But girls, we're going to get into the draw, and when we go through the draw, we just want your thoughts on how you think the draw's going. If you're happy or you're unhappy with the draw. So yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Let's quickly go back to Meg just to find out what Meg had or her choice. What's your best chance, Meg? Who would you love to have?
Well, for best, I'd probably do teams that we haven't played, like we don't experience things.
Just say the names.
Okay.
Just tell us the names. Go on. Just do it.
Should I do one from each pot?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Just not your pot.
Not your pot. So your pot 2. So pot 1, 3, and 4.
From pot 1, Hatfield.
Hatfield, yeah.
Okay.
Pot 3.
And Hearts Hornets.
Pot 3, I'd probably do.
Just say Paul, Meg.
I think they'd be quite a hard team to beat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hucklecoat. There you go. Hucklecoat. Okay. Go on, Meg.
What's your worst scenario?
Oh, worst scenario. Probably like Oldham and Leeds, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, not Oldham and Leeds. And then from pot 4, probably like. What was Saddleworth? Like, we either beat them or lose them.
Yeah. That would be a tough.
You know what, Rich?
Yeah.
And the girls. Right. What's interesting there is there seems to be like the Oldham Leeds thing going on, and Saddleworth seems to be tagged with. Now they're a really good team, so I think it's going to be very interesting. And these names get pulled out, mate, because Saddleworth seems to be like everybody's. They all want to play Saddleworth in the early stages.
Yeah.
but I don't want to play Oldham and Leeds. So as
Martin, can you check?
Go on, sorry, Mike.
Martin, can you check if the Turnford girls are in the background at all?
Oh, hang on, they might have just joined actually. Here we go, Evie and Matilda. Hello,
Evie, Matilda, how are you?
Good, thank you.
You've just joined the party. I'm not sure if you can see that screen, but we're just asking what the best case scenario is. What would you like to be? Who would you like to be in your group for this live draw? So from pot 1, you've got Watson, Oldham, Sutton Town, or Hatfield. Who would you like to play out of those 4 teams?
Hatfield. Yeah, because we've played them before.
There you go, nice and easy. So pot 2, you've got Stars, Rivington, Aces, or Ellesmere Port. Who would you like to play?
Well, we probably could do Paul because we've done them before and we've done quite well about them. But it's going to be a tough match anyway.
So you'd like to play Paul in it. So from pot 3, you like to play Paul. From pot 2, would you like Stars, Rivington, Aces, or Ellesmere Port?
They're all really tough. Aces probably because we've already beaten. Yeah.
Cool. So Turnford want Hatfield, Paul, Aces. Would you be really happy, girls, if that was your group?
Yeah, but they're all going to be tough anyway. Yeah.
They're going to be tough. Right, we're going to get on with this draw now. But before I get on this draw, I've got a little prize giveaway. So if you want to win an earned not given jumper or T-shirt, you can pick which one you want. You've got to go into the comments section of YouTube now and put this answer in. The first person to put this answer in and gets it right, you'll win a T-shirt or a jumper. The question is, who was the first ever team to win the ENG Under-12s Netball Cup? Stick it in the comment section. If you know it, stick it in YouTube now. You will win a T-shirt or a jumper. Okay, Martin, you ready for the live draw?
I'm ready, mate. Oh,
Yeah.
Rachel Brown, you're wrong.
Oh, wrong.
Rebecca, you're wrong.
Rebecca, you're.
Martin, you know this, right?
No, I think I do actually.
You should do.
Yeah.
Ed, Oldham's wrong. Tameside, no.
It's not us. It's under 12.
No, sorry. Even I had it wrong. Delphine Faber, you are the winner. You are the winner. It's Tameside. Tameside were the first ever champions. You know what I was thinking, mine? I actually thought it's Paul. It's not. It's Tameside. So, Delphine, let me know if you want a T-shirt or jumper. 0737 626 5748. WhatsApp me with the size, and I'll get that T-shirt or jumper to you. There you go.
Look,
They soon popped into the comment section then, didn't they?
Yeah, look, give away a freebie. Look, there they'll come up. Yeah.
Okay, girls, we're going to go for the live draw now. Just sit back, have a watch. We're going to get your thoughts on the groups as they come out. Okay.
We're gonna leave them on screen, can't we? Let's see their reaction.
So here we go. Look, I've got my fishbowl with the numbers in, completely at random, and group. Yeah, 0737
0737
626
626
5748.
5748. I'm going to post that to everybody out there on the chat, so you'll get inundated with everybody going, I want one now. But you'll be able to purchase them. Don't forget that.
Okay, everyone. So Group A, you ready, Martin?
Yep, mate, I'm ready. When you are, Group A. So,
Those numbers, are we just doing 1 to 4, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that's what.
Okay, so Watson, number 1, they won the Eastern Finals. Oldham, number 2, won the Northern Finals. Sutton Town, number 3, won the Midlands Finals. And Hatfield, number 4, won the Southern Finals. So these teams cannot play each other. So here we go. First one out is number 4, Hatfield.
Hatfield. Right, Hatfield. I'll put you in number 4. So you're Group A.
The next one out is number 2.
Oldham.
Hold on. No, they go.
So Group B seems to be the one everybody's going to try and stay away from, mate.
Yeah, number 1.
Number 1, Woodson Park.
And finally, we should have number 3.
Sutton Town.
Hayley is in the process of playing a catch-up game in our Youth Netball Premier League, but I can imagine her phone's going to be on the bench.
You think, mate?
Yeah. So Hatfield, Oldham, Watson, or Sutton Town. So now we're coming into the runners-up. So the runners-up were Stars from the East, a golden goal classic against Watson. Rivington were runners-up in the North. They were defeated by Oldham in the final. Aces were defeated by Hatfield in the Southern finals. And Ellesmere Port, another golden goal classic against Sutton Town, but they were on the other end of it and they lost the game. So they were runners-up in the Midlands. So here we go, girls. So we got the Rivington girls in here. Are you nervous?
Yeah.
So you want A, C, or D, girls? A, C, or D? Or B?
A, they want.
Right, let's have a look. Right, playing Hatfield will be number 2. There you go.
Number 2, Rivington.
But Martin, did I not say about bringing this to the forefront, isn't it?
Yep, exactly. The old.
Right, who's going to play Oldham then? Who's going to play Oldham? We've got either Stars, Aces, or Ellesmere Port. Here we go.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh,
He's gone. He's back. Oh, what has he got? Number 3.
Number 3.
You disappeared there for a second, mate.
Number 3. Yeah.
Aces. There you go, Aces. Are you happy or not?
So we got Ellesmere Port or Stars. Would Stars like another crack at Watson, considering they nearly defeated them? Let's have a look. So number 4, Ellesmere Port.
Ellesmere.
So not a bad draw so far. We've got a good mix, Martin, of different regions playing against each other.
Exactly, I'd say that, mate.
And then Sutton Town will take... If Sutton Town haven't played Stars enough, Martin, they're going to play him again.
I'll tell you what. I think there might be a little revenge going on there. Mate.
Yeah, I think revenge is going to be cooked up for this one. So we've got Hatfield, who are based in Hertfordshire. They're playing Rivington, who are based in, is it Greater Manchester, would I say?
Yeah.
Bolton, yeah. Greater Manchester.
Yeah.
Then we have Oldham, who are based in Greater Manchester. I believe, yeah, am I right? Yeah. Then we've got Aces, who are from South London. Watson from Hertfordshire. Ellesmere Port from Merseyside or Cheshire. They're on the border, straight on the border. And then Sutton Town from the West Midlands against West London's number 1 team, Stars Netball Club. So next out, we have the Pool girls. So girls, Paul, what group would you want to be in after seeing this?
I think they're all going to be as tough as each other, but I think maybe still go for A.
You're going for A, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Here we go, girls. We're going to find out now what group you're in. Sorry, what group do you not want to be in?
That's a good one.
I think it's between B or D, maybe.
I would personally say C or D. C or D are probably the worst ones at the moment.
I would say D, mate. D.
Yeah, D. Yeah. Avoid D. I would say D.
And those two are going to be on it, mate, because they're going to practice because they want to take their revenge back.
Right. Okay. In Group A, we have number 4.
Number 4, Magic.
Magic.
How do you feel? Do you think that's Magic?
In Group B. Sorry, Paul.
Oh.
You're in Group B. You're playing Aces again. You get to have your revenge, potentially. And in Group C, who have we got left, Martin? We've got Hucklecote and Leeds Athletic.
Oh.
If Leeds go into D, Martin, that is definitely the group of death.
Girls, do you reckon that as well? If Leeds go into D, that's going to be definitely, we think. the death scenario. What has it got? What we got?
Number 1, the Leeds Athletic in Group C.
Oh, Group D got away with that. Group D got away with that.
And then in Group D, we have Hucklecote. So it looks like Group C at the moment is absolute carnage, doesn't it, Martin?
Mate, I would go with that. Yeah, it was D for me, but now that has changed it to Group C, without a doubt.
Okay, so next we have the 4th place teams. So we have Turnford, Saddleworth, Hearts Hornets, and Little Sutton. So let's speak to the Rivington girls quickly. Rivington, how are we feeling?
Good.
You're happy? Oh, you're happy, Rivington girls?
We've not pulled Leeds or Oldham, so
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident.
yeah.
So that kind of potentially guarantees you probably won't see him to the semi-finals potentially. So that's probably not a bad bet. The ball depends what happens on the day, but yeah, you're so all in all happy. Paul, girls, how are you feeling?
Well, I think we'll get to have another crack at aces, so that will be good after the semi-final at the weekend.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit. And don't forget, you get to have a crack at Oldham as
I
well.
was going to say, you got Oldham. Is that a worry or not? Even though you put that down as a...
Well, it will be a very, very good game.
Well, and let me add 2 of very similar styles of play, so that'll be interesting. Turnford girls, so you're not out yet, but which group do you want to go into?
Probably.
I can make it happen.
Probably A. Yeah.
You want to go into Group A?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can get your revenge on Magic, who defeated you in the quarterfinals of the East, can't you, girls?
Yeah.
Everyone's revenge, Martin. But here we go. The 4th place team's coming out. For me, at the moment, personally, I think Group C is the toughest group. I think if Group C, I would say someone like Turnford into it, that's going to make that group by far the group of death. So
but
there you go.
Sutton as well, little Sutton in there. I'll go with that. So
okay, let's do it. So Group A, we have in Rivington's group number 1. There you go, Turnford.
Oh, there we go. That's going to make you happy.
So remember, again, like I say, always project out what your thoughts, because they can come back and help you out. So Turnford, you said you wanted Group A, you got Group A. It doesn't matter that you sent me 50 quid. It's fine.
Say, was that what that thing on your phone was? Was that them sending you money, mate? That was them sending. Girls, did you send him money? Did you send him money?
So, all girls, you've got Saddleworth, you've got Hearts Hornets, and you've got Little Sutton. Who do you want to come out in this one?
Hornets, probably.
Yeah.
Hearts Hornets.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let's see what we can do for you. Okay, out is number 4, Little Sutton.
Oh, that's interesting.
So Oldham Aces, Paul, Little Sutton. So we've got Little Sutton from the Midlands. We've got Turnford from Hertfordshire. Now we've got Saddleworth and, oh my eyes, Hearts Hornets. So we've got a northern-based team, and we've got a southern-based team, east side of the country.
East side.
Okay, in Group C we have number 3,
Hearts Hornets.
Hearts Hornets.
And Saddleworth goes in last.
And Saddleworth in Group D.
Oh,
Yeah, number 2. There we go.
There we are. It has been set. There we go.
It has been set. So, let's go to you girls one last time. So let's speak to the Rivington girls. In your opinion, which are you happy with your group first and foremost?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what group do you think is the toughest group?
I think either C or D. Yeah.
Yeah, CLD looks very, very, very tough. So, let's go to the Paul girls. Paul, what are you happy with your group?
I think it will be a good challenge, so I think we're ready for it.
Yeah, I think we can. If we play our best, then that's what we can give, and that will hopefully be a good couple of games.
And what do you think the toughest group is there?
C.
Yeah, C, definitely 100% C. And finally, Turnford girls, you do have Rivington in your group. You've got Magic who defeated you in the Eastern finals. You've got Hatfield that defeated you in the Southern finals. But are you still happy?
Yeah.
You've got two teams who defeated you, one team that's one of the best teams in the country, and you're still happy.
Yeah. Because we know we can beat them. It's going to be tough anyway, whatever group we're in. So
It is indeed. And what would you say is the hardest group there, girls?
C.
Group C. I think I've just got a message from Ellesmere Port saying, when we see you, we're going to kill you.
Oh.
So it's what a challenge for Watson, the champions. They've got Ellesmere Port, Leeds Athletic, and Hearts Hornets. That is one hell of a group. But like we all know, anything can happen in these 10-minute games. All these teams are high quality teams. And girls, we look forward to seeing you on March the 24th. It's going to be an unbelievable day. It's going to have we're probably going to have over 300 people watching. It's going to be crazy. Be ready. Keep training, and we look forward to seeing how you get on March the 24th. Before you go, predictions. What sort of position are you looking to achieve? Rivington girls, you go first.
Probably around top 3.
Go say that again.
Top 3.
3.
The thing is at the minute in the ENG, we're at the minute from the ENG leagues, we're the only team that have beat Oldham. So I feel like we could get them again.
So what would you say? Top 4? Would you be happy with top 4, top 2, winning it? What's your happy place?
We'd like to win it, but
probably
top 3
3,
maybe.
second or third.
Yeah.
So top 3. So we say top 3, Rivington.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All girls, what would you say is your happy place?
I think hopefully we'll get better than last time. So last time we were 10th. So I think we'll be able to achieve higher than that.
Should we say top 8, Paul?
Yes.
Yes, I think that's a more than realistic. I'm actually going to put it out there and say I think you may get the top 6. There you go. There you go, Paul. Turnford, where's your happy place?
Top 3. Yeah.
Oh, I like that. See, Turnford girls don't mess around, do they, mine?
No, mate, they don't. I had a feeling they were going to say that. I really did. I thought they were going to say top 1. Simple as.
But Turnford, all of you, thank you so much for coming on the stream. You've been an absolute delight, and we look forward to seeing you on March the 24th. Thank you very much, girls. Give yourselves a clap. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't teach you out there.
Yeah, don't kick me out, mate. There we go. So, Martin, before we move on to the review show, give us your thoughts, mate.
Hang on, let me just do a little bit more housekeeping. Got to kick them from studio. There we go. Done. Mate, Group C just screams out, "Oh my God, I can't believe that has happened." If any of those 4 teams, I would literally be going back on the live streams, past games, and literally watching every single game and try and get whatever you can from it, because that's hard. And the easiest group, and that's very lightly sprinkled easiest because they're all hard.
Yeah, we don't get caught up on words in this world, mate.
Yeah. To me, if I was, I'm thinking Group B, mate.
I think you got to remember the format of this. Now, you can look at these groups and think to yourself, "Wow, I'm in a tough group. We've got no chance, or whatever." But at the same time, you've got to look at it from a perspective of, even if you come bottom of your group or third in your group, you you will play. So just say, for instance, there's a group that's weaker than the others, right? And you've got a team that comes second, and you've come third, or you've come third or whatever. You could pair up with a team that you're more than likely to beat.
Yeah.
So again, the format will always lean towards the best possible outcome. But at the same time, if you do say come bottom of your group, you are going to play someone who comes top of their group. So your life is going to be a lot hard. It's going to be hard. And again, if we look at those four champions, you don't want to play the champions, do you?
No. But this is the point. A lot of people chose Hatfield. Yeah. But Hatfield won.
Yeah.
How many teams did they beat are really good teams? And they came top. So that's
it's funny. It's funny the term for girls because they look really happy with their group.
Yeah.
But they had been beaten by Magic in the East. They then re-entered for the South, got beat by Hatfield in the semi-finals. And obviously Rivington are second in the Youth Netball Premier League. And you think in the North, and you think, wow, what are you so happy about? But they are generally happy. They're thinking, wow, we've got away. We didn't want to play certain teams, and we're happy with that group. But I think Group A is such a evenly matched group. B, I've got no doubt probably Oldham will top that group, and it's going to be a complete utter battle for the second, third place, fourth place positions.
That's what I'm playing on for that. That's why I reckon it's the easiest group. Oldham will win, should go top, but the other three they've got, to make it through to the next stage. I think that's the easiest pathway.
So yeah, their second place there is going to be like the Willy Wonka golden ticket, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
So no, I think. But Paul, I'm actually really interested in seeing how Paul get on against Oldham, because Paul have a similar style of play, and the way they move the ball across court is similar to Oldham. It's just that they don't have as many kids to pick from in their regions. But great challenge there for all the teams. And to be honest, I think Aces and Little Sutton will be jumping for joy with that group. They'll be thinking happy days. They'll be thinking we can beat Paul, we can beat Little Sutton. Or Little Sutton will be thinking we can beat Aces, we can beat Paul. Whereas, the Oldham's going to be the biggest challenge, but it's a 10-minute game, girls. Get your head down, get stuck in, as my dad used to say, and see what happens. That's all you can do.
Agreed.
And then Group C is an absolute nightmare. I'm telling you now, between and again, no disrespect to Hearts Hornets, but Watson, Ellesmere Port, Leeds Athletic, any of those three teams can win that group. Ellesmere Port play Leeds Athletic this week.
Ooh.
In the Youth Netball Premier League.
I'll tell you what.
Ellesmere Port were 4 minutes away in a 36-minute game from beating Oldham.
Yeah, that's true. Ooh.
So you've got a team there that were winning against Oldham for 3 quarters in a row, and you're telling me they can't replicate that in a 10-minute game?
Hey, mate, and they've got their new dresses. I'm telling you, mate. Be careful.
Yeah, trust me. Watson are an exceptionally great team. They literally have won our Southern Conference.
Amazing.
And they're gonna be tested, mate. That is one true test of their credentials. Ellesmere Port and Leeds are going to be great examples of where they're at as a team, and a great insight to how basically the grand finals is going to pan out if these teams play each other. Hearts Hornets, you are in a seriously tough group, but I've spoken to their coach. The girls are so excited about this competition, and they just want to play netball against the best players possible, and they've definitely got their wish when it comes to that.
Do you know what, Hearts Hornets? Get the coach, get the team players, get in contact with us, and I'll give you a special so that you can go and watch all the games that they've all played. So you've got a bit of a helping hand.
There you go. Hey, you can't beat that. Look, a little special deal for your Hearts Hornets. That is a seriously tough group. Group D. Now, Sutton Town Stars. I'm looking forward to seeing that again, because that was Stars beat them in the last seconds of a 36-minute game. Hucklecote, again, I don't know too much about Hucklecote. I don't see them regularly play. Saddleworth, I was super impressed. I was impressed with Hucklecote, but they were very up and down in the Midlands tournament. And 1 minute they looked fantastic. Next minute it was like, wow, where did that performance disappear to? And then they come back strong at the end. But Saddleworth, for me, they were exceptional throughout the Northern finals, and really gave Leeds Athletic a run for their money in the group stages in particular, and even in the knockouts. I think they played them again. So no, they didn't play knockout. Hold on. Leeds played Oldham in the semi. No, they didn't play knockouts in the in the group stages. So Saddleworth more than capable of winning that group. I think. So Stars or Sutton Town in particular are not on their A game. They might find themselves coming down the table and making their lives a lot harder in the last 16. But I'm got again. My prediction, and I've had this feeling for a long time, is I think Leeds Athletic are going to win it.
Ooh.
Martin, I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, but there's something telling me they're going to win this competition. That's not me looking at them as a team and going, oh, you know, they're progressing well as a team, and they're getting better and better and better each time they play. But something in my head keeps telling me Leeds Athletic, Leeds Athletic. I don't know what it is, but I think Leeds Athletic might just win this competition. That's
a bold statement to make.
I don't know. I just got this weird feeling. So if it comes off, I might start a business as a clairvoyant.
Oh, yeah. And also try and dodge yourself out of Ellesmere Port, by the way. Don't do it around there, because I know exactly what's going to happen there. Mate, that's a bold statement. Ooh, I'm looking at that going, who would I put my money on?
Group C. Who's topping that group, mine, for you?
I'll go. It's between two. I would say it's between Watson or Leeds. And you know what? I'm going to go Watson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah.
There you go. Martin says Watson. I'm going to say Leeds. There you go.
But I do think that Sutton Town have the chance to win it, the whole thing.
There you go. Haley would be happy you said that.
Yeah, I'm saying that because I see strategy, and I know obviously lost the Stars and all that lot and blah blah blah, but it's just the resourcefulness of Haley. I know Stars are very resourceful as well with looking at their stuff. And I see people who use our systems for the advantage, and the North is very strong. And I know you got your predictions on the North, but I'm staying with the South, mate. I'm staying true to my to my region.
Yeah, well, you used to live around near those parts, didn't you, Martin?
There you go. So
there you go.
We'll go with that. So there.
Okay, so March the 24th, people. I haven't really put too much energy into it yet in terms of t-shirts. If you want a t-shirt, they must be ordered by next Monday. Time is flying by, and I start to panic. So I think, I need to be a bit more vigorous with telling people what they, if they want to buy a t-shirt, to buy it very quickly. We could have gone to Essex for this Netball Cup competition, but we didn't. We wanted to try and keep it neutral, so it was quite accessible for everyone. But by doing that, we've limited ourselves to 300 seats. Now, these events with 15 teams will normally get between 300 and 350 people turning up. We only have 300 seats. So I'd advise anyone who is coming to book ASAP, because once we run out, we officially run out. And then people will probably say, oh, well, he says that all the time. There's nothing I can do. There's 300 seats. That's it. Yeah, Essex has 800.
And there will be a bouncer on the door, everyone.
Yeah. So Essex has 800. I went against Essex. I didn't want the northern teams in particular traveling 6 hours. But with that, we have 300 seats. So please get online. Please book ASAP, so you can be guaranteed entrance into the competition. It's going to be stupidly busy. The balcony space is going to be filled with teams. We've got teams at the back of the sports hall. The seating unit's going to be completely filled. We do have the option to put extra chairs out, but please book online ASAP if you want to guarantee your seat. or your entrance into this competition.
There we go.
There you go.
Told people, right?
Otherwise, you'll be in your car live streaming it via FBL Streams Live.
You'll be able to hear it live.
At least you get to see it, though.
What?
At least they still get to see it.
Well, there will be a 30-second delay, so you'll hear when. So there's a funny thing, people. When we're obviously live streaming, we'll see a good shot. Everybody will cheer, but we'll cheer like 5 seconds later because obviously when we see it come through. Richard said to me, remember, didn't you, on the weekend? It was like that was like 5 minutes ago, mate.
Yes. The reality's there, and Martin's living 5 seconds in the past. He's cheering after the centre pass is gone. But please, if you want to order a t-shirt, we do have the 2 different colours now, white and black. Please order by next Monday. And if you want to guarantee your place or your entrance into the competition, please book online ASAP as well. Again, I've done the Northern teams a favour by bringing it to Walsall. I could have stuck it in Essex, and to be honest, I prefer to put it in Essex because it's for me it's the ultimate venue. But at the same time, I understand that a 5 to 6 hour journey is not particularly that great for anyone. So Walsall. But we're very limited on seats. So please book online ASAP. And that's it. Right, we're going to move into the review show.
Yes. What? Wow. Mate, that was amazing. Amazing.
We're going to look at the under-13. So we're going to get this done relatively nice and sharpish because I am dying for a cup of tea.
Oh.
But if we look at the under-13 Southern Conference, I wasn't there most of the day, Martin. But when you looked at you'd be able to vouch for this. When you looked at the fixtures, you saw top to bottom or bottom to top of just unbelievable battles from the relegation to the top 4 to the championships. But when I was speaking to Sienna and I was speaking to my brother and I was speaking to other people, maybe a little bit. It wasn't as intense as we probably thought it would be. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, but there was. Hang on a sec. There was. I'm just trying to get. My screen's giving me a little bit. Yeah, mate. To be honest, there was a lot going on. For me, I'm just trying. There was an upset. Who was the upset? Wasn't it? Shannon Town. There. Yeah. But again, it was not as. It's a hard one to explain. Yeah, I'll go with what you're saying. Yeah,
it was good quality netball, but I don't think we got the drama. I was there for the first 3 games, and we had a couple of relegation scraps, but it just didn't feel like some of the teams really immersed themselves in what they were playing for.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah, I didn't really feel like do you want to stay in this league? But there wasn't enough aggression or enthusiasm or determination. It was kind of just flat. Like I'm doing the highlights, and if they're going to be a bit delayed this week because of my signal. I'm away at the moment, but I'm looking at the highlights, and there's just not a lot going on because there just wasn't a lot going on in terms of the intensity wasn't there. When you have the intensity in the games, it's easy to pick out the highlights because the intensity creates more highlight opportunities.
There was some good shots, I'll give you that. But I tell you what, crowd participation as well. I was on that mic. You can ask Sienna. You can even ask the people. If you were there, you can put in the comments. I was trying to get them to cheer, especially for the MVP as well. And it was.
Yeah, no, that's the MVP. When kids get the MVP, people please give them a clap.
Yeah.
The amount of times I say, blah blah blah's got the MVP, and there's just nothing, and I'm like, just clap.
Especially the teammates.
Yeah. Well, the teammates are the best ones, but yeah, clap the MVPs. So let's go through the scores. 15-30 to Aces in this relegation battle we had between AP Saints and Aces.
I think Aces have been eating some Aces somewhere because that was a good score.
Well, as I say, I just don't think AP Saints really put enough effort. For me, Aces just kind of walked to the win. They didn't seem to get out of second or third gear. They didn't really have to put. It was a bit frustrating to watch, to be honest. 15-30 to Aces. So that was their second win on the bounce. So well done to Aces. Magic Teambridge. Magic again. Magic just kind of did what they had to do. 26-14. AP Saints Little Sutton. Again, a weird game. It was 25-26, but again, wasn't a lot coming from the audience, so it didn't really feel like it was a close game.
Yeah,
and I'm kind of, I'm kind of thinking it's close. Like, why is there not a lot of energy being put into the kids? But Little Sutton got the win, meaning it looks like their place in the league next season is secure. We look at the table, but the goal difference suggests it's quite secure. Teambridge versus Aces. These are the games I weren't there for, so I can't comment. So 24-15 to Aces. Magic Little Sutton 31-16.
Just like to say though, talking about crowd participation, when I said Aces have secured themselves from relegation, big massive cheer. So well done to them.
That's brilliant. No, that was their third win on the bounce as well.
Yeah, I know.
Well done.
I did put in the message, are they going to ace it? They did. So
they did.
Aces.
Two back-to-back wins. Not easy getting back-to-back wins in the Youth Netball Premier League, but well done, Aces. Turnford Stars 22-15 to Turnford. A few injuries, and I was kind of worrying for them in this one, but they went and got the win. So well done, Turnford. Sutton Town Ryland. That's going to be played on Monday, and Magic are very interested in that game, and I'll let you know why. Shan versus Stars. When I saw this score, because Sienna was messaging me, I thought to myself, Sutton Town are in trouble. When I saw that score, I thought Sutton Town are in trouble because they've come and they're not messing around today. Because you don't beat Stars 42-15. That Stars are a good competitive team. Doesn't matter what age group, they come to win. If you're beating Stars 42-15, you're on some next level craziness. So that's why I kind of thought Sutton Town, you are in trouble today. Turnford versus Ryland, 26-16 to Turnford. So Turnford, you're nearly there. You've got one more win and potentially you're the champs. No, you will be the champs. Shan and Sutton Town, 31-26. The score looks close, but I think from what I was told, the game looked out of reach for Sutton Town for large periods. I think in the last quarter they come back into it. But Shan, they needed those two wins to guarantee their grand finals place, and they got them. So well done to Shan. Let's have a look at the table. We've got Turnford top, Sutton Town second with a game in hand. They're playing Ryland on Monday. Shan third, Magic fourth. So Shan are guaranteed to go to our grand finals, but plans are in place to try and get second. I've been told they are going to be fired up and ready for AP Saints, right? So AP Saints, even though they've been relegated, Shan are not in no mood to mess around that game. So unless you got to get ready for it. That's what I'm saying. You can't feel sorry for yourself. You can't think, oh, we're relegated, there's no point. You've got to, otherwise it's going to be a tough day at the office. So Shan, if they score X amount of goals, so at the moment, because Sutton Town have a game in hand, they're looking to kind of win 40-50 in that game. If they do, and Sutton Town lose against Turnford, they may jump into second place, which is going to be key because then you play third place in the north.
Well, technically, Sutton Town can still win.
No. So Sutton Town, if they win their game in hand against Ryland and they beat Turnford, they will win the league.
Yes.
So it's still on mine. Don't worry.
I was looking at it because you said that, and I was like, I'm looking at going, no, hang on, I'm doing the calculations quickly in my head. They can still win. Sutton Town need to beat Ryland, and then they need to bring it to Turnford. So
So Sutton Town, if they beat Turnford, they beat Ryland, they win the league because of the goal difference. If they slip up against Ryland, it's over. Party time in Hertfordshire. Fourth fight, Magic 10 points, Ryland and Stars 8 points. Now, Stars win their last game of the season. They're not going to score 80, 90 goals. So we can we can clearly say Stars, even if they win their last game of the season, they won't get in the top 4 because of the goal difference. Ryland is an interesting one. So if they beat Sutton Town, obviously they go drawn on points with Magic.
Yeah.
That will mean Magic will have to beat Stars, and Ryland, if they beat Aces in the last game of the season, they will qualify. But even if Ryland lose to Sutton Town, they got to kind of not lose by that much, because they can still qualify for the grand finals. If they beat Aces, Magic potentially get beat by Stars, meaning they could qualify via goal difference.
Oh.
So Magic are very keen to know the score of the maybe there might be a conspiracy going on, so you might have to go up there and live stream it, Ryan. I'm sorry.
Do you know what I'm thinking? Let me know when. We'll see what we can, especially if it's inside. Let me know, because I might, if I can, make a special.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah. That'd be cool. Yeah. So there you go, Ryland and Sutton Town. I'll find out that information more. I think it's next Monday, but Martin might come up just to make sure that it's 36-minute games and it's done properly. Stars are 6th, so yeah, Stars. I think the best possible outcome for them. I think it's just going to be 6th, to be honest, potentially, because Ryland, they've still got to beat Aces. That'll be a tough game because Aces have got their tails up now. But I think Ryland will probably win that game, and which will mean Stars will stay in 6th regardless of whether they win or not against Magic. Aces. They can potentially get 6th in the table, which would be great for them if they beat Ryland. So still a potential jump up the table there for Aces. Little Sutton, Team Bridge, and AP Saints. I believe that will be the same come the last game of the season. I think that'll be done. AP Saints are relegated, so if they want to come back into the league, they're going to have to re-qualify back in September, and then Team Bridge, I think their goal difference is just not good enough to potentially get up. But let's have a look who they're playing. So Team Bridge take on. Oh, they're taking on Little Sutton. Okay, so Team Bridge, you're going to have to score. How many? 76, 60, 24, 25 goals plus. I'm not sure that's going to happen.
That's possible.
But I don't. It is possible, but
Sutton, TTNC. So, well, look, TTNC is, TTNC. You just don't know what you're going to get sometimes. Maybe
I just don't think they don't. They just haven't had a regular squad. I think that their squad is too hit and miss. Some players are available, some players are not. Obviously, it's a long way to travel and stuff.
Well done for the travelling from them, by the way.
No, yeah. I respect the fact that they travel up, they get involved. Like there's a team where they're based, and I send my emails out, and they're like, "Can you not do one down here?" And the issue is we've got to plant these events in the most central locations possible. Teams won't travel down there. That's not going to happen. I would love them to, because I think it's good that people travel across the country, because if they're doing it, everyone else should do it to a certain extent. But there's certain teams in their region who just won't come up and mix it with the teams in these other regions. But Team Bridge are the only team who are putting themselves out there and getting their girls the best possible match play. So well done to Team Bridge. And that's the only way that you're going to improve. So the potential. So with one game to go, or two for some teams, we still have a championship to be decided. We still have a top 4 position to be decided, but we still have a relegation position to be decided. But I think that's decided just for the fact of the goal difference. So still a little bit of drama still to come in the last game of the season.
Oh, mate, yes, as always.
So the question will be: Turnford or Sutton Town? Will Shan capitalise on another Sutton Town slip up, or will Sutton Town at the very end of the season come through, win by nose?
I do know that Sutton Town's going to be practicing very low, quite a lot. That's because that
Well,
Ryland
let's
game's
move
massive.
into the under-14 Southern Conference.
Just a quick little note. You might want to check the messages once we leave. Aces apparently are not appearing on the supporting list. Apparently, have a look at that on your site for them to order their t-shirts. Right, under-14s.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I haven't updated the teams from this weekend. Sorry, yeah, I'll get that done straight away. Okay, so under 14s we had two classics, Martin, didn't we?
Yeah.
To be honest, this league was superb. I was really happy with this. Like, as an event organizer, you go to these things, and anyone who's in events are very emotionally driven people because they feed off energy. You put so much into things, and you try to capture the amount of enthusiasm you have, again with the people turning up. Like the week before in the under 15s league, I kind of come with a lot of energy and enthusiasm, left with none, because it was just hard work. Whereas on Sunday, just real genuine energy, enthusiasm for the league, and it kind of just makes all the work and all the stress worth it, to be honest. So the under 14s league, we had Magic Southend Sapphires 33-22. Magic still had a chance at the top four, and they played Essex Open. Lose this game, they have no chance at the top four. Essex Open, they had to win back-to-back games. I know I did change that Essex to the X. But Essex Open got the win. It looked close. Essex Open did dominate for large periods. Last quarter, Magic come back strong, but Essex Open got the win. Sutton Town, Southend Sapphires 38-12 to Sutton Town. Then Essex Open against Turnford 30-15 to Essex Open. So well done to them. That in theory they didn't guarantee him a top four place, but as the day went on, things happened which meant they did qualify. Stars Sutton Town. Whoa! I did predict that Stars would rock up with a full squad, didn't I?
You did.
And they did. But Sutton Town, they rose to the challenge. They were under the cosh for large periods of the game, 6 points down against a back-to-back championship winning side, a team that have come fourth in a national level twice in 2 seasons. That's no mean feat. And they come back to draw the game 26-all. What a game of netball. It had everything you can think of. It had it. And the Stars coach said, I miss coming here. It was a great game of netball. So Sutton Town, at that point, it kind of does give them the championship, but again, we can't announce it because mathematically it's still a possibility they could lose. Shan, MK Dons, 14-30 to MK Dons. MK Dons did, I would say, struggle a little bit up until the second half of the third quarter, but then picked it up and got the win. Stars versus Turnford, 27-22. Turnford, to be fair to them, didn't make it easy for Stars, and at the back end of the game, come flying back. So well done to Turnford for that, but Stars got the win. Shan AP Saints 12-24 to AP Saints, which took them out of the relegation zone and gave them a potential national final position. MK Dons Conquerors 25-24, 24-all, 30 seconds left. Conquerors have the ball. And then the pass was thrown, and the two Conquerors players didn't communicate. They both went to catch it, and it went out, which gave the initiative back to MK Dons, who went and scored. So when you talk about fine lines in sport, there you go. It doesn't get much finer than that.
I dealt with a customer query. I think this is when I had to pop out. It was like one of those things I had to deal with quite quickly, and I dealt with it. But I literally watched the last 20 seconds of it, but I missed the first 3 minutes because wasn't MK Dons behind or Conquerors behind? I can't remember.
It's a bit yo-yo, mate.
Yeah. But I literally came on the last. I finished the conversation with the person helping them on the website, and then it was just like, because when you get that sixth sense, and you're like, I've got to watch this, but so I've gone on there and I'm watching, and I'm like, whoa! So gotta love a live stream, mate.
Yeah.
I love what I do because it's like I can still watch even though I'm outside.
I spoke to Mel from Stars, and she said she went back to your live streams 2 years ago to watch. Basically, she wanted to analyze something.
Yeah.
And she said you wouldn't believe the difference in the quality of the player. Again, we're not sitting here disrespecting anyone. What she was trying to imply was now youth netball has access to so much content in regards to watching players from as young as 10, 11 years old, watching the best teams, how they play the game, how they're structured, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, youth netball has basically the walls have closed in because there's no excuse now for anyone not to know how Oldham are playing, or how Turnford are playing, or how Poole are playing, or how Sutton Town are playing.
Or individual players.
Because you have, and she basically says, it's because of the live stream and because of the content, everyone now has raised their game because they all know what the expectation is. And when we talked about this at the beginning of the business, it's a case of that was the whole aim of the live stream. The live stream was, well, initially it was to get the business out there. But once the business got out there, it was kind of like, now we want to make sure that the performance-minded teams know exactly what they're up against without having to leave their front living room. So there's literally there's no excuse whatsoever. But she said, if you watch the under 12s now compared to 2 years ago, the difference is unreal.
That's an interesting statement.
The bar has been raised big time, and that's coming from a very top coach.
Definitely.
So there you go. Without Martin, everyone, this rise in the quality wouldn't be as dramatic. So there you go, Martin. There's a bit of a compliment for you tonight.
Like that.
So MK Dons 25-24 win against Conquerors. That secured their place in the grand finals and still keeps alive a faint hope of a championship. AP Saints Conquerors. Oh, why every time 36-12 to Conquerors? It wasn't AP Saints.
Wait, do you want to get your brain back?
It's always the last one. I always do the last one. So table wise, Sutton Town top. They're going to win it,
mate.
Yeah, they're going to win it. Like, I'm sorry, they're going to win it. MK Dons, they're going to be second. Stars.
Hold on a sec. Whoa! Yeah, they're going to win it. Yeah, sorry, I was thinking. Yeah,
Stars will be third. Essex Open have Sutton Town, meaning any faint chance of them potentially going up the table is going to be tough because you're not going to beat Sutton Town by a lot if you're going to beat them. And there's a high chance you could get beat as well because they're a high quality team. So that's your top four. Your positions are sorted. It's all done. No drama at the back end of the season. Conquerors, Magic, and Shan all guaranteed a championship finals spot or position. They just have to play for those positions at the back at their last game of the season. Conquerors play Magic, so Magic can jump up one to potentially get an easier game in their first game of the quarterfinals of the championship finals. AP Saints play Turnford on the last game of the season. So what a game that's going to be, Martin.
That's going to be a big game, mate, because that's relegation if you lose. Simple as.
Yeah, relegation, but and again, for both teams, they need this national final. Now, I don't care what anyone says about my championship finals, but certain clubs need it. And AP Saints and Turnford need this championship final. It's desperately needed for both of teams because it's a platform to go to the next level. When people say to me, "Oh, championship finals," well, when I see you tweeting or Facebooking how you come 17th in the England Netball Nationals and cheering like it's the best thing since sliced bread, please do me a favour. This is a proper competition with medals, trophies, confetti cannons, the lot. So don't be rolling your eyes at me then getting the party bus out if you come 17th at the England Netball Nationals.
Oh, dear.
Sorry. Sorry, Martin.
Oh, mate. He's off on one.
Oh, Martin, stop me. Why won't you stop me when I go on my runs?
Because I love watching you do it.
It's like the active gamers days, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, mate. It's great.
Okay, so there you go. Look, we've got the drama is in the relegation battle. I don't think Sutton Town want to lose a game, so the Sutton Town versus Essex Open will be a fantastic game of netball.
Yeah.
But to be honest, under 14s in terms of drama, in terms of building up to that last day of the season, it's kind of all relatively sorted. So
It is.
it is maybe a rethink on who does the fixtures next season, eh?
Yeah.
Well, by the way, all Northern fixtures and dates set already.
Explain. Sorry. What?
So all the league dates for the North next season are done and dusted already.
Ooh, somebody's been busy.
Yeah. Okay, so before we go, let's just have a quick look at this weekend.
Oh yes, this weekend.
We got a superb. I went on this today, and I was praying it was the under 12s, and it is. What a fixture list we have here. So we have Wyatt versus Chester. Two teams in a battle for the championship finals and relegations. DNA Oaksway, same sort of thing. DNA and Oaksway are winless, so potentially a win there for one of those teams. Oldham versus Wyre. DNA versus Chester. So DNA potentially I'd be looking at thinking two potentially back-to-back wins. Or Chester the same. Then Oaksway versus Oldham under 11s. So a pile up of fixtures of teams from the 5th place down. But then you have then in the afternoon fixtures are just back-to-back classics. Oldham versus Bury, always a kind of fixture, regardless of ability, where you think, wow, that's going to be intense.
Right, I think you might have to bring in some more extra security for that one.
Yeah. Oldham, but you've got Oldham Bury, Leeds Athletic Ellesmere Port.
Yeah.
Then you have Oldham under 11s versus Rivington. So no pushovers, this under 11s team.
No way. Yeah.
Then you have Ellesmere Port Bury. And then you have Rivington Leeds Athletic. Come on, Martin. Come on, Martin.
I'd say I'm looking forward to that Rivington Leeds. I really am.
Yeah, Leeds have the potential to kind of put themselves back in contention to win the league, but because of their goal difference, it would be very unlikely unless Oldham were to get beat twice. So if they get beat, say by Bury, that will mean they could potentially lose 2 if they lose to Rivington at the back end of the season. So Rivington, they can't afford to lose if they want to win this league, that's for sure. So big game there. Ellesmere Port played Bury, look, Martin.
I know. That's a great one, mate.
That's a great fixture. Great fixture. Ellesmere Port are playing Leeds, so you've got 3rd versus 4th, 4th versus 5th. Whoever wins that Bury Ellesmere Port game are probably qualifying for the grand finals. Am I right in saying that, Martin?
Yeah, I'd say that. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because both their games at the back end of the season, I think they're probably going to win. So this is it for these two teams. It's going to come down to this on Saturday. So the top 4, or the top 5 teams are in a tremendous battle this week. And then you've got DNA, Oaksway, Chester, Wyre, Oldham under 11s, all battling for the championship positions, stroke relegation.
Yeah, Chester is the only one battling for the relegation, isn't it, with Oaksway and DNA? But yeah, but mate.
No, but if Chester was to beat Wyre, they'll have 4 points. If Oaksway or you're probably right. No, but then Oaksway have DNA and Oldham under 11. So if they were to get 2 wins there,
yeah,
they could.
It's still there. Yeah, good point. I'm thinking of round 4, isn't it? It's round 4, but I mean, yeah.
So there you go, Martin.
Mate, I'm going to say great write up on that one. I can tell you that. You know
this is going to be.
Thursday night. I'm going to be there going like that. Oh, right, if I work this out.
You're going to come up with a load of puns, mate. On
I love my
Friday.
puns. You know that. Let me know, people in the comments about my puns. I know Richard doesn't. He always moans at me about them.
Yeah, some of them. Some no, I laugh. I like them for a giggle.
Yeah, I said aces have to ace it. They did. Magic have to come the spells.
Now, what's the one you did? Old Ham or something? You went.
That was it. Yeah, you didn't get that one, did you? Old Ham. Yeah, because it was Christmas. So Old Ham.
Mate, do you know how many people read that email and went? Oh.
No, they read it and went, what's he on about?
Do you know what that reminds me of? Do you know what it reminds me of?
Well, God. Dad jokes.
At my sister's wedding.
Yeah.
Her husband's mate stood up, or his brother, and he went, "Today is an emotional day. Even the cake has tears."
Say that
and
again. The cake. I like that. I think it's good. Hey, look, Tom's gone.
And do you know what? You'd be the only one laughing in the whole venue because every single person just went.
Yeah, but you know, it's your family, mate. What can I say?
No, not mate. Nothing to do with me, mate. That's not my family. Trust me. But you should have seen when my brother did my wedding speech. You can imagine how that went down. Put it this way: there's a picture of Holly in our wedding album getting up and telling him to sit down.
I was going to say punching him. I thought would be more
close to it. That was the next step. But guys,
I tell you what was funny about this weekend as well. Sorry, people. I know we're coming to a close, but obviously your brother helped out. Well, I say he helped out. He loved his drone work. That's what I'm going to say.
Just playing with planes, yeah.
Yeah. That's it. But one of the parents thought it was you. Yeah, and he's obviously saying it's James. She was like, "Who's that?" And I said, "It's James." Yeah. And as she was walking out, I said, "Right, Richard, could you just do this?" And she looked back like, Did he? What? Me and James were laughing.
I had a couple of people saying to me, "Oh, you didn't say hello to me yesterday." And I'm like, "Weren't me. It weren't me."
It must be a problem for twins. This scenario.
Do I look like have I ever sat and played with a plane while the netball's going on?
That's true.
I said to Holly, they must have thought Richard has got really unenthusiastic all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So he's got so bored, he's brought his plane with him and he's flying it around
It was great to see people's faces because they didn't have a clue. They were just looking in amazement, and it was just like,
"There's two of them."
Yeah, that's the funniest thing when I say to them, "Yeah, they're twins." They're like, "What?" I'm like, "I know you would have thought this Earth wouldn't have been that nasty to us to give us two of the same species."
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, my mum does say she was on antidepressants when she had us.
Pardon?
My mum says she was on antidepressants.
I thought she still was.
No, just come off them last week.
I don't think that'll happen, mate, until one of you finally disappears from this realm.
So, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Great show. Great to have the girls on to talk about the Netball Cup. Looking forward to another big weekend in the Youth Netball Premier League. But to be honest, the focus now is all looking at these Netball Cup competitions, under 10s, under 12s. Book your tickets. We are in the process of finalising all these Youth Netball Premier League teams and positions. Marketing and all that type of stuff is going to be released soon for the national finals, the championship, the grand finals. We've got so much going on. It's going to be busy. After we get all that done, we've got under 11s and under 14s Netball Cup competitions. Then we've got the finale of our Netball Cup knockout series competition. Then we've got the Battle of Britain national finals, Home Nations international tournament in July and June. It's just mental, Martin. Everything that's going on, mental. August is going to be the genuine 4 to 6 week break. Then we're back on it again in September for the 2024-25 season. Doesn't feel like we're going to get enough time to recover, does it, Martin?
Mate, I don't have time to recover because I'm doing other things as well. It's just like, constant.
It's constant,
Movement.
absolutely constant. But the good news is, everyone, under 11s league guaranteed next season.
There we go. But they're looking forward
Be
to that.
ready. April registrations come out, under 11s league, and the only way you can get in, you can fast track your team into that under 11s league without any rubbish. I won't say rubbish, but it's annoying. Qualifying tournaments is do the under 11s Netball Cup.
That's a good
If
point.
you get the top 4 in your region, I'm trying to think. No, I'm lying. No, but no, put it this way: if you get to the nationals, you've got a high chance of being the top 10 teams at the nationals are guaranteed a place in our Youth Netball Premier League.
There we go, people. There's your stepping stone.
There you go. So if you want to, I've had people email me when registration's out, and I say to them, listen, if you feel you've got a decent team, put them in the under 11s Netball Cup, and if they do well, we don't have to worry about a qualifying tournament.
There we go.
There you go. Put the work in now, so you don't have to do the work later. How about that?
Yeah. Oh,
right. Cup of tea time. Digestives are rich tea, mate.
Digestives, chocolate.
Yeah, me too. We'll put that out on Instagram.
Digestives.
Gives me heartburn.
That's why I like them.
So,
you from eating them.
So we'll put this on Instagram. Martin likes chocolate digestives. What do you like to dunk in your tea? There you go. And what tea bags do you use? I'm a Tetley man.
Oh no, I'm a Yorkshire, mate. Yorkshire's best.
There you go. Martin says Yorkshire. I say Tetley. What do you say? We'll see you on Saturday for the Youth Netball Premier League Under 12s Northern Conference. Don't forget to book your tickets, order your t-shirts if you want one for the Netball Cup competitions. Have a great evening. See you soon.
And it's Mother's Day this weekend. Next weekend. This weekend.
Oh, don't remind me, mate. It's just yawn, isn't it?
Hey, help the girls out. Mother's Day. Right. Don't forget to subscribe as well. People are on all the social media channels. Don't forget to subscribe. As always.
All the stuff we do all year round means nothing unless you get something on Mother's Day.
Huh?
Just saying, like you could chauffeur drive your mum or my wife because she needs presents from the kids. You can do everything, cook, clean, this, that, and the other. But if you don't get nothing on Mother's Day, people, you are the worst person in the world.
Oh, I think Richard might be in his bar humbug.
Do you know why, Martin? Because I messed up last year. That's what I'm saying.
I weren't going to say it. I'll let you put yourself in it. That's why I said it. Right, everybody. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll catch you again, hopefully this weekend.